Alright, I'm going to do my first ever top 10 video gaming list for YouTube. Again, sorry, you're going to pretty much be seeing me throughout most of this. There are going to be times I might aim my camera at the TV for things like quotes and all that, but apart from that, it's mainly going to be me. And again, sorry in advance. Right. Because I don't have the same equipment that Autrach of Flame, if that is his name. Again, I'm sorry if that is his name. I'm sorry if I got it wrong, but it's somewhere around there. And Fiery Joker have, so please excuse me for that. Right now to the top 10. The top 10 heroes and top 10 villains and anti-heroes in gaming. My number 10 will go to Bowser from Super Mario series. As a villain, you just really want to hate this guy, but when it comes down to it, he does the same exact thing every game, and he has no story like Autrach of Flame and Fiery Joker. I just love villains with a storyline. Number 9 goes to Albert Wesker. Albert Wesker, when in the original Resident Evil, he's your best friend. He's not your best friend, but he's on your team. And as the game goes on, he starts to betray you and tells you he's head of the Umbrella Corps. I would put him higher on the list, but I honestly thought that something was weird about him, so I thought he would betray you, so it wasn't really much of a surprise to me. Number 8 is an anti-hero, Laharl. Laharl from the Disgaea series. Laharl's entire thing, he's a demon prince who's actually a half-demon who wants to become overlord of the netherworld. In the entire most of the first game is spent with him trying to become the overlord. And this guy has two different fears as a demon. His first fear is just completely optimistic speech, which I can kind of understand as a demon, with him being a demon. But his third one, which I can't stand, is his outright fear, at least in the first game, his fear for well-developed women that have boobs. He's staying away from them if they're flat-chested. All more power to him. Number 7 of my most hated of top villains and anti-heroes. Number 7 would have to go to another villain. Number 7 is... Actually, this is a group of villains. Number 7 is the Covenants from Halo. The Covenant aliens from Halo, they want to launch the Halo Ring weapon system, which destroys all sentient life in the galaxy to destroy the Flood. And it's... that entire thing on its own makes them great villains. Number 6. Keep in mind, this is for video gaming, and Adolf Hitler still makes this list. Number 6, Adolf Hitler from Wolfenstein 3D. I just outright hate this guy in real life, but in video gaming, as a villain, it was kind of hit and miss, but he was the best fight you could get in that entire game, which was pretty damn cool. And when you killed him, he just turned into nothing but innards with his face laying on it, saying Eva Wiedersehen, which means goodbye Eva in German. Number 5, anti-hero would have to be Travis Touchdown. Travis Touchdown is a assassin who tries to stop being an assassin, but he can't. Starts to question why he's an assassin and all that. That makes a great character in my book, because it's a really good story, as well as his craziness with his line like strawberry on the shortcake. Number 4 villain would have to be General Shepard from Modern Warfare 2. I think Treyarch did really good with General Shepard from a storyline standpoint, making him, at first you don't trust him at all, but as the game goes on, you start to trust him through his charisma alone. Then as you start to like the guy, he kills both Roach and Ghost. Right, to go to that level. Roach and Ghost throughout this mission are securing intel on Makarov. And once they get the intel and go to the LZ, as they would say, because they were English, but as they pull to the LZ where Shepard and his men are waiting, they give the info to Shepard. And then Shepard has 2 of his men kill Roach and just shoot Roach and Ghost at point blank range in the chest. And to ensure they're dead, he has their men throw their bodies into a pit, douse their bodies in gasoline, then Shepard proceeds to throw a lit lighter into the... Shepard then proceeds to throw a lighter into the pit, burning both Roach and Ghost's remains. That's why he gets number 5 for me. Number 4. Ooh, this would be a good one. Number 4, honestly, I have to give to Ansem. No, not Ansem. Number 4, I have to go to Xemnas from Kingdom Hearts 2. As a villain, he's just awesome. He wasn't really Ansem, he was Xehanort, Ansem's not really partner, but protege. And he just became evil as they were doing the Heartless experiments. During the experiments, he had his heart taken out to become a Heartless. He actually became a nobody. His heart became the Heartless. And he was just an awesome, well thought out villain. Number 3, I'll have to go to Number 3, we'll have to go to the villain from... I can't even think of one right now. Number 3, we'll have to go to the villain of... You know what? Because I just hate this guy. Number 3, we'll have to go to the villain King K. Rool. King K. Rool from Donkey Kong. He was very well thought out, had a great story to him, wanted to destroy Donkey Kong's island, stole all of Donkey Kong's golden bananas. As soon as you find all the bananas and just foil King K. Rool's plans, he decides to face you one-on-one, and he's actually pretty damn tough. Number 2, we'll have to go to Psycho Mantis from Metal Gear Solid. This guy's just made to fuck with your mind. You needed a condom on your mind when this guy was around. He could make your controller vibrate on its own. He could read your memory card and then make fun of you or praise you for whatever game you played last. And he just screwed with Snake throughout his entire boss battle until you changed to Controller Part 2 and absolutely smoked this guy. But he had an awesome story once you did. Alright, I'm not going to do a recap because even I'm having trouble remembering all these guys because a lot of these guys are from games I've never even played before. Alright, number 1. I'm not saying who's number 1 right now, I'm just going to tell you he's from the Final Fantasy series of video gaming. I will let you guess on just that alone. He's from Final Fantasy. Guess. Time's up! My number 1 villain is Kefka. Main reason why I picked Kefka? Well, unlike Sephiroth, he has a freaking story that explains why he's crazy. Something went wrong in an experiment to make him a magic user, and he went freaking crazy from it. And his story is that he wants to destroy the world, but he does not want to keep it there. He wants to destroy the world and all its inhabitants. Because to him, it's just boring. Because to him, destruction is boring without death. And a lot of his quotes just make him weird. A lot of his quotes just take the cake on him. Let's see if I can't find some of his best quotes from the final battle. here's some of his quotes. This one's not really gonna... Let's see. He said, people rebuild everything. And I'll destroy these too. Why do people rebuild things they know are going to be destroyed? Why do people cling to life when they know they cannot live forever? Think how meaningless each of our lives is. Not only is this guy crazy, his craziness makes sense. Especially when you take on his first... But when you take on his first god form, he really... When you take on his second form, his god form, he really shows just how freaking crazy he can get. This is Kefka's god form, by the way. Life, dreams, hope. Where do they come from, and where are they headed? These things I am going to destroy. Kefka is just an all-out destroyer, saying that he will kill everybody, he will destroy everything. Kefka is just a destroyer, and he has even more epic lines from the fighting story, from the fighting game Dissidia. Here's some of his story.
You're still alive? You pathetic dregs can't even die properly. Hello, my pretty. Oh, another treat for me? You shouldn't have.
Tell me, what is it that you know?
You want to hear? Do you? In that case, I'm not telling.
Yeah, this really shows Kefka's craziness.
Sorry, man. Come on, what does it matter anymore? So fragile.
You're lying.
He is really crazy. And another one of his crazier lines from the fighting game Dissidia is, I think, when Terra asks where one of her partners is, Kefka just replies with, "I'm afraid the mouse is smack dab in the middle of enemy territory." He is as crazy as it can get, but he has a story to back it up. And he looks like a clown. Think of how many people have a fear of clowns and play either Dissidia or Final Fantasy VI and probably have freaking nightmares with Kefka in them. That's what makes him a freaking epic villain. I am the Chidori Master, and Kefka is my #1 favorite villain and anti-hero in all of video gaming.